Hi there, it's Gabrielle Nicolay from SpeechKids reporting to you live from my car, my mobile office. And today I want to talk to you about birthday parties. It is the season in the summer. You know, people are having parties. I guess they're having parties all year round, but for whatever reason, this makes me think about birthdays. So how does your child do when they go to a birthday party? Attending parties with anybody under the age of 5 can be stressful, but it can be all the more stressful if your kid has a speech and language issue. And let's talk about why that is. First of all, birthday parties are a little nutty, right? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of emotion. And so even if you've got a very, very young child, 2 or under, they're not picking up maybe on all of the on the words that are being said, but they're picking up on the emotional content of what's happening. And there's just lots of feelings running around during birthday parties. I'm mostly talking about like attending other people's parties, but that goes double if you are scheduling or planning your own child's party. But let's talk about other people's birthdays. So your child has gotten an invitation from a classmate or a friend to attend their birthday party. And for our purposes, let's call it a 3-year-old that you're in school with. You know that they've invited the entire class to this party. And you know that, number one, the party is not at a good time for your child because that tends to be a time when they're tired. And you know it's going to be a lot of people and noisy and all kinds of things are going to go on. What do you do? I can tell you that as a parent, when I had a 3-year-old with some issues going on, I respectfully declined those invitations. And we missed a lot of birthdays. And it was okay for me, and it was pretty okay for my daughter at the time because she didn't want to be there. And that was something that I sort of noticed and honored. And so if it was a really good friend, then maybe we would go on a different day and have a little birthday party, just the 2 of them, like a play date birthday party. But we did not often attend the class birthday parties because she couldn't handle it at the time, especially when she was 2 and 3. So that's one way to handle it, is just to say, sorry, we can't be there. But another way to handle it is to put a time limit on when you're going to go. So you might say, okay, we're going to go and we're going to leave after, pick a time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. And you're not going to tell your child that, but you're going to have in your mind, okay, what is the amount of time, maybe it's 15 minutes, that my child is going to be successful at this party? And what do I mean by successful? Well, what is the amount of time that they're going to have fun? Because why do we go to a birthday party? We go to a birthday party to have fun. If it's not fun, don't go. A 3-year-old, I would argue, should have no social obligations to fulfill. Okay? They should be a good friend to their friends when they're present. And, that's pretty much the extent of it. You don't have any social obligation to your other 3-year-old compatriots. Sometimes there are parental issues involved. You're a friend of the mom or the dad and you want to show support and you want to be there. But so then you have a decision to make. And you get to make this decision because you are the parent and you make those decisions. And so you decide, am I going to go because I feel like the social contract to the adults is more important or, takes precedence over the needs of my child right now? Or do I feel like the needs of my child right now take precedence over the social contract? And again, nobody can make that decision for you. You get to make that according to your internal compass. But anyway, all I can tell you is what I would do and what I recommend to parents. And so, avoiding those situations altogether is one way. Putting a time limit on them is another way. And thanks for weighing in. The other tip that I can tell you about is before you go to a party, and this is again with somebody who's 3 and over, tell them a little story about what's going to happen at the party. So you can say to them the day before or 2 days before, hey, on Saturday we are going to a party. there are going to be a lot of people. It will be noisy. And when you're doing this, you're going to describe in neutral terms, like all of the adjectives that you would use to describe a party. So not fun, not exciting, but maybe you would say, right, it's going to be loud. There's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of presents, and they're not for you. You definitely want to include that part. And so you want to like describe, what does it mean to go to a birthday party? And you can start to sort of prepare your child for these experiences in advance. And then you walk them through, and there will be cake, but not till the end, you know, all of this stuff. So you can sort of tell the story about a birthday party in advance. And that can sometimes help your child process the event and understand what's happening and understand why there's so much. And the other thing you can do is just, you know, if they start having a meltdown, just compassionately and, you know, calmly say, looks like this isn't too fun for you anymore. Let's go do something else that's fun. You know, and propose something that is going to calm them down and that they like, and that's special time, you know, with the two of you. Leaving a birthday party is not cause for punishment or dismay or disappointment on your part. It's just your child telling you, I can't handle this right now. And so, you know, I hope what I'm giving you is sort of ways to separate out like your feelings about birthday parties and what your child might be feeling about birthday parties, because those can be some really different things. And again, there is no social contract for a 3-year-old other than, you know, be nice to your friends when you're with them and don't bite them. So anyway, those are some thoughts about birthday parties. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. If you're having a birthday party for your very young child, here's a rule that I really like to use. Age +1 for the number of guests. And if that's blowing your mind a little bit, just sit with it for a second. But if you have a 1-year-old and you want to have a little birthday party for them, have 2 friends max. Absolute max. For a 5-year-old, having 6 people at the party, so actually that includes themselves, so 5 guests, plenty. And again, some of that involves like separating out your feelings of what is a party and your child's feelings of what makes a party, right? Balloons, cake, fun activities, and a couple of people do a party make for your very young child, even if it's not what you would be planning for one of your birthdays, so as the adult. So age +1, it's a formula I used with both of my kids until they turned 10, and then all bets are off. But that piece of advice actually comes from a very, very wise friend of mine who tells me many, many wise things that I pass on to you. So there you go, some thoughts. Have a great birthday party, the next one you go to, and I hope you can use some of these tips. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.